everybody. Special thanks to our sponsor, Kinetic Impact Airsoft, and their upcoming event, Corporate Wars Blood Money 2. It's going to be at D14 Airsoft in Sanger, Texas, April 14th, 2024. If you use the link in the description below and code MUDDY down there, you will get $5 off your ticket every time you use the code, and every time someone purchases a ticket, it does go to help the channel, which is going to be awesome, beneficial for me and Kinetic Impact. Also helps you to get a discount for the event. If you like the idea of a MilSim Light event, if you're new to the MilSim world and you're new to events and you don't want to do a 40-hour slogfest, it's just going to break you off, definitely give these guys a look. I think you're going to have a great time. Again, use code MUDDY at the link below, $5 off. Now onto the review. Hey everybody, welcome to another Muddy Reviews. Today we're reviewing a product from OpsCore. This is the Universal NAPE PAD. I already have it installed in this helmet right here. I'll pull it out and show it to you in a second. I just want to kind of just give you an idea of what this thing looks like. So this is the pad. This is your instructions, and they kind of go over how to put it in. They do tell you the recommended position of where to put it, but they do mention that it can go up or down depending on user preference. And they do warn you in a note that lowering the position of the Universal NAPE pad will interfere or may interfere with certain tasks like looking up and lying prone. So that's something to think about. But the reason behind it being able to shift up and down is for the comfort of the wearer and to help make it easier and to make it work better for the whole idea of what it's for. So the whole point of this thing is to spread the weight and the load of the helmet across the, but I butcher this word, occipital lobe on the back of the head, basically to kind of spread load this across the larger portion of the back of your skull and where your neck is at, and to make it a more comfortable fit. So normally, I got a fit band that yanked out of this helmet, the cheap one. This is the replica fit band I yanked out of this. So normally, you would have this guy. This is the real OpsCore little NAPE pad that came on the fit band, and that would be on here. It's a decent a bit of padding. It's feels like memory foam. It's nice. It's not horrible, but it does its job. But the upgrade's better. Now this came with this. I mean, as you can see, that's I don't even know what that is. That's not even padded. It's like some felt, and it's like and then OpsCore actually has some pad to it. But this is you, and this is the guy she told you to worry about, not to worry about. This is the actual upgrade pad here. This is nice. So this stuff is the little memory foam pads. There's two of them actually on the piece itself, and I have them set. And this is to help kind of make the internal pads one whole unit and just kind of run together and make for a much more enjoyable experience. Now, you don't have to have them set up like that. I'm still playing with the pads to find out exactly how I want them set, because right now I have them set up to run my comms internally, as you can see, for the headband to ride right there. So I'm still kind of playing around with pad placement. But this is the actual NAPE device itself. So you've got this hard plastic like shank material right there. You got an arrow on it, points up, tells you this is the direction to install it. And you've got this loop field here with these graduated markings, and these kind of give you a guide for setting it where you want it. And that kind of gives you your marking guides for setting it up. You got your little OpsCore logo down here, your little trademark, and then you've got these pads. So these are removable because you got these little Velcro discs in there. So you can kind of set these also where you want them on here. And let the padding be set up how you want it and how you like it. That's nice. I do like that. Overall, I think this is a pretty great little product. It's a nice upgrade to a standard OpsCore OC dial or even a WORM dial, and I'm pretty satisfied with it. I will probably actually be getting a second one to add to another helmet and another setup, so I'm not having to hot swap them between the two, because man, this thing is fantastic. I've only got a little bit of time under it, probably about a few hours of wear, but I normally get a pretty raunchy OC dial headache right about, right about the base of, right where pretty much my neck and the base of my skull meet and begin. I get this pretty, I guess, here, I'll show you, right about here. right about here, I start to develop a pretty nasty headache pretty regularly, and it's right about where the occipital fit band sits, and that's super common for me, and I almost always get it. And I have had a couple neck injuries in the past, and they were both in this roughly this zone. So I don't know if it is because of those injuries that I get that, but this has helped. So I have noticed using large, thick NAPE pads, like the armored NAPE pads, like the ballistic NAPE pads on ACHs, tended to kind of help a little bit with that. So I decided when I found out about this product to give it a try because I wanted to spread that load a little more. And the few hours that I've used this and kind of LARPed around, did about a mile and a half trek wearing this, and I didn't want to kill myself when I got done. I wasn't wanting to take the helmet and throw it across the street and just chuck it into a creek like I normally get. So that's a positive in my book. I wasn't like, oh my god, I'm like not wearing anything. This is the greatest day ever, and skipping through a field of flowers either. But it was a more comfortable experience, all things considered. Take that for what it is. Let's get this crappy fit band out of here. So overall, I think this NAPE pad is a good upgrade. I think it's something to look into. It is not hard to install. Like, you literally just yank this off, you peel it off, you grab this, you decide where you want this as far as little graduation markers go, and then you just stick it on, and boom, Bob's your uncle. It's actually a little crooked. I mean, it's not rocket science, guys. Bam, we're off to the races. We're good to go. Very easy to install, very easy to use. And then all you got to do, if you don't like that, just kind of tweak it, push it around, twist it around. Go like, I don't like that. I want it a little different, a little better. And you just kind of peel it off, set it again until you get it the way you want it. That looks a little better to me. Sure, that'll work. I found having it a little lower was comfortable for me. I didn't feel like it necessarily impacted my ability to look up, and I haven't really proned out too much with it, but it didn't feel like it was impacting too much for me yet this low. So I don't know. I might try the higher setting, which was their recommendation, but right now this slightly lower setting was way more comfortable for me. I hope you got something out of this. Definitely a great upgrade for your occipital, real or otherwise. It will work as you saw on a fake one. Highly recommend, if you have the money or the ability, get a real occipital fit band to put, even if it's in your fake Chinese ballistic helmet like this is, or if your airsoft helmet, because the real fit bands are more superior. This is a real fit band, and it is an upgrade I made because the fake ones just suck. They just are not great. That's, like I said, that's all I got, guys. I hope you got something out of this review and this video. Until next time, get out there, play some airsoft, be a bunch of nerds, upgrade your shit, make it better for you. Don't make a kit just off a photograph. Make a kit that fits an impression, but also fits you. As always, LARP smarter, not harder. I hope to see you in the field. Peace.